welcome to the This Week in Astrology video forecast. This is episode number 59 for the second half of December 2015. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Benjamin Bernstein of astroshaman.com, coming to you from Asheville, North Carolina. I'm an astrologer, shamanic healer, and awakening activator, and it's my pleasure to bring you these semi-monthly astrology forecasts. So what's new in the second half of December? A cradle full of opportunity is a big highlight, and the winter solstice chart also brims with tantalizing promises for the next 3 months. We also have a cat and mouse Cancer full moon, powerful aspect patterns, and more. Now, starting with this forecast, I have been inspired to experiment with a hybrid approach. My hope is that it incorporates the best of my old day-by-day forecasts and my integration of related events into a single interpretation. Let me know what you think. I'm also incorporating another subtler change that most people may not notice, but let me know if you catch it. It is subtle. So what's old as we come into this period? We've got a waxing moon and that T-square I talked about last time. Mars, Pallas Athena, and Uranus is still running through December 24th. Now we're going to break it down day by day. On Wednesday, December 16th, relationship healing, creative expression, and more are supported by a flowing cradle, incorporating Mercury, Venus, Pallas Athena, Jupiter, and Chiron. This aspect pattern begins on December 16th, peaks on December 22nd, and ends on December 27th. The heart of this cradle is an opposition between Virgo and Jupiter and Piscean Chiron. I interpreted this opposition as part of my November 3rd forecast, and I will use a few key themes from that in this interpretation. Healing important relationships is a central opportunity of this cradle. With Venus in Scorpio, this healing can clear a significant amount of shadow material as it plumbs your psychological depths. My experience has been that you have to feel it to heal it. I have found modalities such as shamanic ceremonies and holotropic style breathwork very effective in my own healing journey. Many people have also found relationship astrology and my healing invocation helpful. Creative expression, Venus and Mercury, is strongly energized by this cradle. This aspect pattern supports both the initial creation of your artistic project and its refinement. That's Jupiter in Virgo. Pallas Athena, cuddled up with Mercury in Capricorn, provides the assertiveness to fuel your efforts, as well as the work ethic that will help you stick to it. On Thursday, December 17th, relationships and creativity are powerfully energized as Venus aspects 3 outer planets on 3 consecutive days. The specific events are December 17, Venus sextile Pluto, that's Venus 15 Scorpio, Pluto 15 Capricorn. December 18, Venus quincunx Uranus, Venus 17 Scorpio, Uranus 17 Aries. And December 19, Venus trine Chiron, that's Venus 17 Scorpio, Chiron 17 Pisces. Now, the meaning of these 3 aspects is mostly incorporated into the cradle interpretation I just gave you. This is because Venus's sextile to Pluto in that cradle has the same interpretation as Venus in Scorpio, and the Venus-Chiron trine is part of the cradle. So please listen back to that or back at it again if you want to remind yourself what those 2 aspects are about. The new one is Venus quincunx Uranus. Now, this aspect can trigger surprises and rapid breakthroughs in how you relate and create. With Venus in Scorpio, psychological healing can be accomplished faster than usual. Also, on Thursday, December 17, are you ready for a breakthrough in your feminine assertiveness or strategic planning? It's available with Uranus square Pallas Athena, Uranus 17 Aries, Pallas Athena 17 Capricorn. For best results, follow your intuitive flashes. Also on Thursday, December 17, creative inspiration and divine union are magically energized with the Sun quintile Neptune. Sun 25 Sagittarius, Neptune 9 Pisces. With the Sun in Sagittarius, a bold and adventurous approach is ideal. On Friday, December 18, we have Venus quincunx Uranus, but I already talked about that. That was part of those 3 Venus aspects. Saturday, December 19, we have Venus trine Chiron once again. I'd already talked about that with the 3 Venus aspects. The other one is Mercury conjunct Pluto, and I'm about to talk about that on tomorrow's forecast. So just wait a few seconds and I'll be talking about that. On Sunday, December 20th, Capricornian Mercury energizes the existing square between Capricornian-Pallas-Athena and Pluto and Arian Uranus. This kicks off December 14, ends on December 27, and it peaks on December 20. If the evidence of your senses contradicts an existing belief, revise the belief. Intuitive flashes can give you great new ideas, which you can then put into practical application. Mercury's exact aspects to these planets are on December 19, Mercury conjunct Pluto at 15 Capricorn. December 20, Mercury square Uranus, that's Mercury 17 Capricorn, Uranus 17 Aries. And December 22nd, Mercury conjunct Pallas Athena at 18 Capricorn. On Monday, December 21st, the winter solstice arrives at 11:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as the Sun enters Capricorn. This is the longest night of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. At the most basic level, the Sun's entry into Capricorn supports maturity, productivity, and efficient time management. You can step more fully into the role of the wise elder or retreat into some hermit time. Now, solstice and equinox charts give a flavor of the coming 3 months. The 2015 winter solstice chart features the Sun square the lunar nodes. This shows that you may need to turn a corner to get into optimal alignment with your life purpose. The North Node is conjunct Jupiter in Virgo. Are your beliefs and religious path in alignment with your life purpose? Would an expanded focus on health or service put you more on track? This chart also features a triple conjunction of Mercury, Pallas Athena, and Pluto in Capricorn. This supports speaking the unvarnished truth in a way that accomplishes a practical purpose. This requires not only courage, but implementing a well-crafted strategy that will get you to your goal. If someone else's cooperation is necessary, then your strategy should include considering the situation from their point of view. Then craft your presentation so that it focuses on the benefits they'll receive by following your plan. Jupiter makes flowing aspects to the Moon, Mercury, and Venus. This supports a harmonious expression of joy, communication, love, and artistry. Yes! Chiron also makes flowing aspects to these 3 planets, creating abundant opportunities for healing and mentoring. Pallas Athena also smoothly connects to the Moon, Mercury, and Venus, making it easier to manifest feminine assertiveness and strategic planning. This is an unusually harmonious seasonal chart. Make the most of these wonderful opportunities. And as a P.S., on Monday, December 21st, a Mercury-Chiron sextile energizes mentoring, especially on practical subjects. On Tuesday, December 22nd, there's Mercury conjunct Pluto, which I've already talked about in the context of that square. On Wednesday, December 23rd, ready for a prosperity breakthrough? The stage is set with Uranus sextile Ceres, Uranus 16 Aries, Ceres 16 Aquarius. This can also create surprises in mother-daughter relationships and the theme of release and return. As always, with Uranus or Aquarius involved, your best guidance will come from your intuitive flashes. On Thursday, December 24th, what's really going on in your relationships, good or bad? With Scorpionic Venus sextile Jupiter, that's Venus at 23 Scorpio and Jupiter at 23 Virgo, on Christmas Eve, you can see the truth of the matter more clearly. This aspect, part of the Cradle we've already talked about, can also be a significant prosperity booster. On Friday, December 25th, December's full moon occurs on Christmas Day at 6:11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time and 26 seconds, and it's at 3 degrees 19 minutes Cancer. Any Cancer full moon is good for taking stock of how you're doing with your emotions and family relationships. How are things at home? Are you giving and receiving plenty of healing and nurturing? This full moon contains 2 aspect patterns. It also connects to most of the asteroid goddesses. This lunation features a kite aspect pattern. This is a grand trine formed by the Moon, Juno, and Neptune, with the Sun forming the kite's focal point. In this illustration, this is the aspect pattern made up entirely of blue lines. This kite can sensitize your awareness of other people's emotions, particularly in committed partnerships. With the grand trine planets in water signs, one high side expression would be creating a sweet open space of unconditional love. But don't be so naively trusting that you let someone pull the wool over your eyes. All this energy flows to the Capricornian sun, so the entire kite beautifully supports accomplishing your worldly goals by partnering with others in a law of attraction mastermind. This is simply focusing on the same law of attraction outcomes in collaboration with others. In another aspect pattern, the sun and moon form a tight T-square with Vesta. In the illustration, this is the right triangle formed by solid red lines. This can create challenge as you strive to serve your higher calling, but the dynamic energy of the T-square and Vesta's placement in Aries provide plenty of power. You can use this power to overcome any obstacles in the way of your selfless service. This T-square can also energize your enjoyment of sacred sex. The moon's sesquare to Aquarian Ceres is this full moon's only aspect that's not part of a pattern. One possible manifestation of this connection is surprising abundance, although some challenge may be involved. This full moon Sabian symbol is a cat arguing with a mouse. This represents a dispute between parties of unequal power. The cat clearly has the advantage. As I said at the beginning of this interpretation, any Cancer full moon can stimulate issues relating to your emotions, family relationships, and home life, as well as healing and nurturing. Are you a cat arguing with a mouse, or vice versa, in a family or domestic situation? For many of us, this pattern is so deeply ingrained that we're not even aware of it. If you're wasting energy in fruitless conflict, is it time to bring healing to the situation? Remember that you don't have to change anything about the other person. A unilateral shift in your behavior is all that's needed to improve a relationship dynamic. Also on Christmas Day, a Mercury-Jupiter trine, Mercury 22 Capricorn, Jupiter 22 Virgo, amplifies learning and communication. And our final event on Christmas Day is Uranus turning direct at 16 degrees 33 minutes Aries. This is a great time to step out as the unique human being you were born to be. Also strive to follow your intuitive flashes and serve the collective with your greatest talents. Natal points in the cardinal signs, those would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, that are between 13.5 and 19.5, will get an extra dose of Uranian energy as he changes directions. Apply the advice I just gave to the meanings of any such points in your chart. We have no major astrology events on 3 consecutive days, December 26, 27, and 28. It's as if the universe is taking a little break after Christmas. We resume our astrological events on Tuesday, December 29. Any Sun-Neptune contact, such as today's Sun-Neptune sextile, Sun, 7 Capricorn, Neptune, 7 Pisces, supports merging deeper with your soul essence and inspired creativity. With the Sun in Capricorn, embodied awakening and the law of attraction are also supported. On Wednesday, December 30th, Venus transits Sagittarius, December 30th through January 23rd. This can amplify relationships, creativity, and money-making. On Thursday, December 31st, the last day of the year ends with a whimper because there are no major astrology events here. In a moment, we'll talk about what's coming up on the next forecast for the first half of January. But first, I have some very, very quick announcements. One, I've been talking a lot about my Basque program, Benjamin's Awakening Support Kit. It's been going a couple of months. I'm about to relaunch it here around the end of the year. And it's going to be renamed EASE, probably, E-A-S-E, unless a better acronym comes along. EASE stands for Embodied Awakening Support Experience. I've repriced it, I've reorganized it, and I believe you're going to like it even more. So if you didn't go for Basque because of whatever reason, hopefully that issue will be solved with the launch of EASE. And I'll tell you more about that on my next video. And if you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll be getting news about that the moment it launches. Since you're watching me here on YouTube anyway, you may be aware that I've already put out a 2016 full year astrology forecast video. In case not, I should let you know the highlights of that video for 2016 are a Saturn-Neptune square empowering law of attraction and embodied awakening, energized by several hard aspect patterns. We've got the seemingly endless Uranus-Pluto square and its hard aspect patterns, all encouraging revolutionary transformation. We've got wealth-promoting Jupiter-Pluto grand trines, an extraordinary asteroid goddess's kite, and almost Star of David, paradigm-shifting Jupiter-Uranus aspects, and much more. To learn all about that, if you haven't seen it already, watch my 2016 forecast video here on YouTube. And what's cool is I have not only graphics, but there's a few instances in which I have animated presentations. You can actually see the planets moving and rotating and coming into their aspect patterns. It's the first time I've done it, and it's pretty darn cool. So that's all my announcements, a little less than usual. As far as what are we going to cover in the first half of January on the next forecast video, we're going to cover Mercury turning retrograde, a new moon in Capricorn, a juicy T-square with Venus, Jupiter, and Chiron. We've got the Sun aligning with the Uranus-Pluto square, 5 Venus aspects to slow planets. Wow. Mars coming into Scorpio. That's intense. Neptune trine Juno, Jupiter retrograde. A lot to talk about. And I'll be here, as always, giving you the best use of these astrological events. I sure hope you'll join me. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my Benjamin Bernstein YouTube channel to be notified when I post new videos. And if you like this video, please share it. This free video forecast is a partner project with iTunes' #1 astrology podcast, This Week in Astrology. It's also free. You can get my semi-monthly astrology forecast in writing by subscribing to my free email newsletter at astroshaman.com. Once you're there, you can also link to my Facebook page where I post daily forecasts. My personal services include astrology, shamanic healing, and awakening activation. All are equally effective in person or long distance. My guarantee makes my services risk-free. If you don't feel that your experience was helpful, there's no charge. I also offer other great products and services, many of which are free. To learn more, visit astroshaman.com. Thanks again for watching. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your way.